we've talked about finding the area of a circle. We remember that the formula for finding the area of a circle was pi r squared, where r stood for the radius. So here's our circle, and here's our radius. Remember that the radius is half the distance from the center to the outside. It's half the distance across the circle. The diameter is the area all the way across the circle. So half of the circle is our radius, half of the distance across our circle is our radius, and all the way across is our diameter. Let's say we were given a diameter of 2, a radius rather, of 2. Our radius is 2, so we're going to find the area of this circle, this whole thing. The area, remember, is all the space inside of the circle. We're going to find that area, and we're going to use this formula. So we'll take our pi, and we'll substitute 2, which is our radius, for the r, because r stands for radius. Our radius is going to be squared, so 2 squared is 2 times 2, 2 times itself twice, which is 4. And then we always write our pi, which is our variable, over to the right-hand side. So the area for this circle is 4 pi. Well, that's pretty easy. That's just a single circle. Let's say we wanted to find the area for something more complex. Let's look at this egg. We have one circle on the outside, and it's white, and then we have a circle on the inside that is yellow. Let's say we just wanted to find the area of the white of the egg. We don't want to find the area of the yellow part. We don't want that included. We just want the area of the egg white on the outside. What we're going to do is we're going to have to find the area of the larger circle that includes the egg white and the yolk, and then we're going to have to subtract out the area of the yolk itself. So let's go about doing that. First off, we need to find the area of the larger circle and everything inside of it. We'll do that by using, once again, pi r squared. So our area formula is pi times r squared. Now, we know that the diameter of our egg is 6 centimeters. We haven't been given the radius, we've been given the diameter. So how can we get the diameter? Well, we know that the diameter is the distance all the way across the egg, and the radius is half of the diameter. So if the radius is half of the diameter, we'll take the diameter, which is 6 centimeters. Diameter is 6 centimeters, and we're going to divide that by 2 to get half of it, and that's going to be 3 centimeters, and that will be our radius. Okay, so 3 centimeters is our radius of our larger circle. So we'll go ahead down here and we'll take our radius, our r, which stands for radius, and replace that with 3. And we'll be sure that we square that, just as we're supposed to do in the formula, and multiply it by pi. So area is going to be equal to pi times 3 squared. Now we never leave that pi on the left-hand side. So let's start with PEMDAS. We do our exponents first. 3 to the second is 3 times 3, which is 9. And then that's multiplied by pi. And we'll go ahead and leave that in terms of pi. And to leave something in terms of pi just means we leave the pi in there. Pi is equal to 3.14. But we're not going to multiply 9 times 3.14. We're just going to kind of keep that in our memory, that this is 9 times 3.14, or 9 times pi. That is the area. 9 pi is the area of this entire circle, this whole thing. The whole thing, everything included inside of it. That's what we're looking at. Now we need to find the area of just the yolk of the egg. Once again, since we're finding the area of a circle, we're going to use area equals pi r squared. And yet again, we aren't given the radius, we're given the diameter. But we remember that the radius is half of the diameter. Since our diameter is 2, we'll divide that by 2, and that's going to give us 1 centimeter. So since our radius is 1 centimeter, we're going to replace r with 1 and square it and leave that multiplied by pi. So our formula becomes area equals pi times the number 1 squared. Well, we know that 1 squared is 1 times 1, and 1 times 1 is just 1. So we wind up with 1 pi And since that's a little clunky to write, we'll just write area is equal to pi. So now this is the area of the yolk, and this is the area of the whole egg, including both the white and the yolk. We just want, again, we just want this area right in here. We just want the white itself. So what we'll do is we will subtract the entire area. We'll take from that entire area, we will subtract the yolk. So here we have our entire thing, the whole egg, and here we have just the yolk, and we'll subtract the yolk from the whole egg. So 9 pi minus pi. Now this is just 1 pi, so 9 minus 1 is going to give us 8 pi. Our answer is 8 pi. That is the area of our egg. Now if we wanted to, we can calculate that out, and we can say 8 times pi, and 8 times pi is going to give us 25.1, we'll round it, 25.13 centimeters squared.